streets are talking. Let's talk about it.
The streets are talking. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. The streets are talking. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. The streets are talking. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. The streets are talking. Let's talk about it.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Miss BK, with Legal Mob Entertainment, with my co-host,
Melina, my lyrics. Hey,
and you're
everybody.
tuned in to The Streets Are Talking on Soundbox 360. What's going on with everybody? How's everybody doing? How you doing, Ma?
I'm good. I'm doing good. And you?
I'm good. We're a little late.
Yes.
But
Want to talk about it?
her fault this time.
My bad. I did it again.
Technical difficulties. But
Yeah.
anyway, we're here and we're live.
And it's hot.
So what we're going to talk about is the music business. Unfortunately, a lot of artists don't know how to handle the music business or don't know what's going on behind the music business. So, like with artists, first of all, there's a lot of ways that you can make money off their music, and a lot of them don't know that. So, me personally, I always tell artists to always go on and do the research on the business part. So when you're going to the studio, or when you're featured on songs, or you're doing shows, or whatever it may be, you know the ins and outs of the business, so you don't get screwed.
Definitely the first thing you should know is definitely make sure to register yourself as an artist. If you're making music out there, you need to be registered as an artist, which is like, I have my BMI, there's ASCAP, there's what else is there?
There's a
A whole
whole
bunch.
Yeah.
Just register, just Google, you want to register. You have songs, you write songs. That's where you go, you start there.
a lot of artists don't know what it is to go into the studio and handle business. They go in there and they just want to go ahead and record. There's a whole lot of things before you record. You got to make sure that you know what's going on with your music. So when you're in the studio, I'm gonna give you a little bit insight of it. So when you're in the studio, you got to make sure studio and recording session details, the composer songwriter details, the recording artist details, session player details, agreements and licensing, the song data tracking sent, all that. When to prepare for a release, type out the lyrics, artwork and album credits, the bio one sheet, the grace notes, submit works to the pro, which pro, a lot of people don't even know what's pro. Pro is performing rights organization. The sound scan,
How you sound?
media base, the BDS, register your copyrights. A lot of people have music out here and it's not even copywritten.
And it costs money, guys. I know it does, but
you gotta
if
invest
you
in
need it,
yourself.
if that's what you do, then that's what you do. So you gotta, invest in yourself. Exactly.
Yeah, it's. I mean, if you're an artist out there and you're taking your craft serious, of course you're gonna have to
Buy
invest
your
in
beats,
yourself.
man. From YouTube, from whoever, but
You
buy
know,
them.
you
Don't
have
have
to
a
invest in yourself, and there's a lot of money that a lot of these artists aren't getting because, again, they're not registered right.
Yeah, they're not registered.
And
They
their
don't know the
music is not labeled right. They don't even know what an ISRC
Yeah,
code
and
is.
that's what take me for example, like computers are not my forte. You know what I mean? Get window this, get window that, window pane. So do you have that? Then that comes. Can you trust somebody to do that for you? I don't know. So then you just have to learn.
Not only that,
or you know what I'm saying? Because
if okay, let's say and it's right. You have to you have to be able to trust the person
Good time.
that's taking care of your music and your paperwork on that, because you want to make
Your life.
sure that
You're
your
not
money-
taking all the royalties.
right? You know, so you
Because
gotta
they're gonna
make
be
sure.
saying you suck, and you really don't suck, man. You're making your royalties, and they're putting them straight in their bank account. Not saying that that's what we're telling you, so it won't happen to you. Just make sure you know. And if they don't have your routing number and stuff for your bank account, then what are they doing? You know what I'm saying? Where are they depositing your royalties?
Not only
Make sure you have
that, not only that, you know, it's not only that, you know,
So
because they can take your music right up underneath you, and you don't know that they're collecting money off their music. You know, so you got to make sure you yourself is learning about the business aspect of it, because there's a lot of people that out there that, you know, they say they
We have a special guest. Dog. I'm half dog, guys. That's my cousin.
So, you know, again, artists learn the business. You know, I've been hearing a lot about
Show business.
the shows,
Let's
and
talk
people
the
not
streets
getting,
and talking.
and people not getting paid. You know,
Let's talk about
or,
it.
again,
Why?
are you handling it correct?
And did you learn?
Do you have a contract between that venue or that promoter and yourself?
Was it just trust?
You know, again, you know, paperwork. I cannot express enough how much important the paperwork is. Contracts, paperwork, you got to make sure all that is in line and you know what you're doing. You know, again, with the shows, you know, you
Shout
got
out to all the artists doing shows.
you got to know what you're paying for. You got to know what you're paying for and what's all included.
Mhm.
Is the money that you're spending to rent the venue, is it including the DJ? Is it including the door person? Is it including security? Is it including blah, 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 blah?
Are you doing it for fun or are you doing it for profit?
You know, you got to make sure you know what you're paying for. So at the end of the night, when it's time to break bread and they give you your half, you're not shocked and like, oh my God, well, I've seen all this. But yeah, again, you know, you might have seen all this money coming through the door, but at the end of the night, we still got to pay our people.
Area.
So, you know, that's another thing that you have to know. Or is it all included in the package that you're receiving and you get 100% of the door?
Yeah, or
So-
you sell your tickets on your own. Or,
Yeah,
you know what I'm
it's a
saying?
whole lot of different ways that you can handle that. So again, at the end of the day, make sure you have contracts, you know, and make
miss-
sure you have a lawyer.
Don't miss,
Make sure you have a lawyer.
little red flag.
You know,
don't miss
because-
business with pleasure.
If things don't go your way, and then at the end of the night, you know, there's some, you know, they broke the contract or something happened, then you can be able to go ahead and sue. But you can't sue if you don't have a lawyer. So
You don't have the paperwork.
yeah, so at the end of the day, make sure you learn the music business. Also,
Hang in there.
a lot of artists don't know that there's 16 ways that you can get paid off of one track. You know, so again, go do the
Distribute your music.
research, you know.
All that. Love your
Um,
music.
a lot of people want to stay independent. You know, to me personally, you know, I say stay independent, but a lot of people want to go ahead and go get signed, and that's cool.
Make sure they can do more than you can do for yourself.
That part.
Just please, if you want to sign,
You
just
know.
or something that benefits. It's just a boom. Just
And make sure that person's gonna have the right interest for you and not for themselves. You know, so they're gonna go ahead and go bat for you, manager or whoever's taking care of your finances. You know, make sure that your music is copywritten. You know, make sure you have them ISRC codes and UPC codes. Make sure you're registered with SoundScan, Nielsen. It's so
one
many.
new platform. Oh my gosh.
It's so many out there. And I do the research myself just because I manage artists. So, you know, if I'm managing artists, I'm gonna make sure that they're getting every dime that they're supposed to get, you know. So at the end of the day, they can't be like, oh, where's my money, or where's this coming to
Go look
show?
it up.
Everything is gonna, if you register your music right and everything's gonna be broken down. You know, you're hot in this area, you hot in that area. You know, the numbers is gonna show for itself. So if you're hot in one city, you know, and then in this city, you have numbers, but they're not as hot as this city, then you need to go on and try to work on this city and start getting your numbers up and
It's
start
zombie
promoting.
time.
Start promoting to this city. You know,
Or,
a lot of artists.
Music.
You know, and I'm not saying every artist, but then there's some artists that they don't want to do the work. You know, and that's the very important thing is the work. It's the footwork.
They think they're super hot papitas, and then who's gonna hear their songs if they're not pushing it?
Yeah, you gotta push it. You know, it's consistency first of all. You know, and you can't just think you're gonna go ahead and promote one week and then the next week you're not gonna promote. It's consistency. It's like a job. You know, get up every morning. Even when you have a job. And when you get off work, you promote, you push. You know, you want somebody to hear you. Get out there in them streets. Let people know who you are.
Hands.
You know,
send out your little cards.
Meet your people. You know, it's like back in the day.
Flyers.
Back in the day, we used to beat the streets. Like no lie, we used to be out there 24/7. Like everywhere we went, they knew us. But we had to get to that level.
Yeah.
You know, so the thing is, you gotta get out there. You know, you gotta go ahead and mingle with your people.
Gotta put in work. You gotta get that.
You gotta put in that work. It don't come easy, but at the end of the day, you gotta put that work in, and you gotta study the music business. I guarantee you're gonna look at it a whole different way.
And then you'll be able to avoid the bad business.
You're gonna see your money coming in. You know, like I said, there's 16 ways that you can make money. Go look it up if you think I'm lying.
Yeah.
You know.
And the bad business people, they know this shit.
Yes.
They know these ways, and they take advantage that when we don't know. Because I say we because I've been there. You know. So learn from me. Do as I say. Yeah. And so and then when that's up to you. What kind of person are you? Are you the kind of person that's going to share and help people, or are you going to be a grimy ass person because they're out there and I can't.
And they don't know.
God bless them. I can't hate. They're human. But yeah, or who? What you gonna do with that? And, hopefully you share the information like we are, because
and that's why I got into the music business, because I've seen a lot of people being taken advantage of, and not just cents, but some people spend thousands.
Yeah.
Thinking that they're gonna get these services, and at the end of the day, they don't get these services, or they pay for these shows and they don't get on the show, or they didn't have time.
Yes, that's how. That's
At the end of the day, you yourself, you have to put in work. You have to.
And then your family went to go see you, and then your friends went to go see you, and you didn't even perform. Oh my God! You want to avoid that. This way you avoid that. You can avoid that.
The main important thing is do the research. Do the research for yourself. So can't nobody tell you or steer you in the wrong way. If you don't go do the research yourself, and unfortunately there's snakes out there, they will go ahead and rob you blind, and you go ahead and think your music is, you go on and register your music, and guess what? Somebody already has it.
It's streaming for 3 years.
At the end of the day, you can't be mad at nobody but yourself. Because the thing is, everybody is an adult. Everybody has to take responsibility of their own actions. So if you're an artist out there, please, I can't express so much how important it is to learn the music business behind the music business.
Yeah, all the ways. Because I love to sing. I love to write songs. But how I love for them to be they're my songs, and you weren't there when I was writing my shit at 3 a.m, crying, or thinking my thoughts.
And
they're taking the money.
Don't be so quick to put your music out there. Don't be so quick, and then promote it right, market it right. If you have a mixtape or a single coming out next month, then start promoting it and marketing it. Before next month. Start letting people know, hey, my album, my
have a baby shower for your album.
So that's the most important thing.
That's funny. So anyhow,
I can see the comments.
is there any comments? I can't see the feed. Hi guys, sorry about you.
Exactly, Gerald. They should know this already, but unfortunately, they don't. You know,
So let's
and
talk about it.
And I've seen,
We've seen it on the streets.
I've seen a lot of artists and complaining about how things didn't go their way and they were expecting a different outcome. But you see it every day on Facebook, especially people complaining about how things didn't go their way or this or that. And again, it's, you know, it's sad to say, but it's their fault. You know, if it's their craft, you need to go on and perfect your craft and go on and learn the music business. Go do the research. It's out there. It's out there for everybody. What they say people don't know things. Why? And where do they put things in a book? Why? Because they don't want. What's up?
On my phone, so she couldn't see what's comments.
So the thing is, go on and do the research. Just go do the research. So can't nobody take advantage of anybody, and you know what you're doing. If you go do the research, exactly, lack of research and communication. Exactly. But again, they gotta wake up. If you're in the music business, what are you in it for? You're in it for people to rob you blind, and then for you to be mad at the world and go on Facebook and put everybody on blast when it's. I mean, I'm just keeping it real. You know, it's nobody's fault but your own fault because you didn't do the research and you wasn't prepared. You know, you got to be prepared for this game. And again, this game, I always say this game is like the dope game. You know,
it's a business.
And somebody's always trying to take you out. So you just gotta be ready. And like I say, I stay ready, so I ain't gotta get ready.
Sugar free.
Again, go do the research. Do the research.
Yeah.
What up, Slim? Exactly. Big shout outs to our listeners that are tuned in.
What's up, guys?
So do any of you guys have any input on this? You know, tell me what your, you know,
the red flags.
Your perspective on this music business that's being handled out here. And I know you see it on Facebook because I see it, you know, so with the promoters and these artists, like if I'm wrong, please let me know, chime in, let me know that I'm wrong. If I'm not wrong, let me know as well that I'm right.
Anybody or any advice?
Oh, what's up, Smug? Story time. We were friends, they were just shady. But again, you know,
Now you know how to avoid that.
You gotta have
Make sure
contracts. You know, you gotta have contracts, and
we gotta learn from our mistakes.
Both parties need to know what they expect from one another during the event, before the event, and after the event. So you got to make sure that your paperwork is lined up. You know, if they have the contract, you make sure that you read that contract thoroughly. And if you don't understand it, take it to somebody that can understand the contract, and they can go ahead and explain it to you on a better terms.
Yeah, and if you got the contracts and everything, well, then it's up to you to read them, and it's your choice if you want to proceed with to give you what you need, to proceed with that, or you want to just take it to the ring or whatever you guys doing these days. All right, that's
okay. Story
we're trying
time.
to avoid that.
Okay, I understand you're saying that they didn't hold up to their end of the bargain. Again, did you have a contract, or is it just, or you guys just did words verbally? Was it verbally, or did you have a contract?
Who are we talking about?
And what show was this? And who are you talking about?
This show is the Streetz are talking on Soundbox 360. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. What show?
It was a contract. Okay, so did you read the contract? And
Was it a written contract?
Was it a written contract? Slim. So
now we're gonna take it to court.
So
we gonna be there.
Again, okay, you had a contract. Now, at the end of the day, that's where, and it's just business. I'm just keeping it real. At the end of the day, if they fail to abide by their end of the contract, then that's when, unfortunately lawsuits come in. That's when you go ahead and take a Rich Soil event high class. Okay, that was the event, the Rich Soil high class show. Okay,
it didn't
so
go well.
and it was Slim's event, I guess. So again,
It might have went good at the show, but behind the scenes, it was not good.
well, unfortunately, again, that's where
Business.
it's a business. So if they didn't abide by their contract and go by their contract, and then you then need to take the next level and have an attorney and sue them. That's business at the end of the day. So that's why it's so important to not only have contracts, but also to make sure that you have an attorney.
Yeah, and every Tuesday and Thursday downtown, if you get there between 9 and 2, sign up for and you get 30 minutes of free legal attorney advice. One mistake every Tuesday and Thursday. So that could be like, you could go and be like, "What's up, dog? Is this worth it? If not, and then boom." It's just you can get some advice before you take it there. That's
Yeah. So at the end of the day, again, make sure that the business is handled right.
Hopefully
If
the
you don't-
lawyer's cute.
If you don't understand the contract, take it to somebody that does understand the contract. Unfortunately, I apologize. I don't know what happened at the show. I wasn't there, but obviously some things weren't handled, the right way. So hopefully now, next time you guys know what to do and how to handle it.
God bless all the free
You
attorneys
know.
for those 30 minutes on Tuesdays and Thursdays downtown 9 to 2.
And big shout outs to all the artists out there that are out there grinding and doing their thing. And hopefully, you guys don't get scammed, because there are a lot of scams going on too. And if you fall for it, again, it's your own fault because you're not doing the research on it. Nobody's gonna be in your inbox talking about this and this and that. I got $1 million deal for you. So
Million.
small claims court. Exactly.
Yeah,
Big shout outs to Gerald Steinmeier. He's always tuning into our show. So big shout outs. He's always putting his input in, and we appreciate you. Now you didn't answer my question. So am I right about what am I talking about,
Yes.
or am I wrong? I need to hear from
This is
Gerald. So
Gerald.
what's up, King? Let me know. Well, till he decides to go on and let me know what's going on.
I concur.
Yeah. So have you, from your personal experience, Melina, what have you ran into in the music business out here?
A lot of stuff, and I wish that I had seen a show like this and someone would have said everything that we're saying, because I didn't know. I didn't know there were 60 ways to that your music, and this is until recently. Shouts out, to all the artists that never respect me, never respected that I shared this information with my slow ass because I didn't take the time to look it up.
Right.
And then I think everything that you said is right, it's legit, and I could back it up with my own personal experience. So now I don't want to ever have to go through that again. So now I know what to look for. Like there's flags, guys. There's red flags everywhere. That so.
And you put in your
Yeah,
heart.
try to do that before you get a little.
Right. And
Worry
the
for
thing is
yourself.
that artists really put in the hard work.
Yeah, you
know,
really
really
love. I
hard work.
love music, and there's just people that don't love the music, guys.
Yeah,
They just
and
love
then for
fuck your heart.
somebody to just go on
The
and do
drama
some shady
and,
stuff,
and the
to
scene.
them,
They
it's
love our
wrong.
scene.
But some people, they don't care. That's why it's so important. You have to protect yourself. Nobody's gonna protect you, and nobody's gonna look
Nobody.
out for you better than you.
Yeah.
So again, do the research. It's out there.
And if you're on a team, love your team. Everyone on the team. Me as personal experience. If you ever want to get on the team, I would say like as a team, if a newcomer's coming in and you don't know about it, then you ain't really on the team, because as a team, you should know what's going on in that team. That's a red flag I learned it took me a while. So to all you artists out there, like if you don't know what's going on with your team, you're not on the team, accept it, love yourself, move on, grow. That's little red flags, and and I love it. And like God, shouts out all the teams out there, and it's Melina. Man, lyrics lives you, but yeah, that's for the artists. Make sure that. And sometimes you be like, as artists, like, no, they wouldn't do that. Just take that out. Boom, textbook it.
Trust no one, especially when it comes to money. Trust no one.
And your music, that's your
Trust
money.
no one. Your music either. Trust
That's
no
your
one. Because there's always somebody sitting in the back, watching and looking and
Knowing.
seeing. So just make sure that you're out there. You're registering your music right. You're getting all the codes that you're needing. All the paperwork is right, because it's a lot of paperwork. And it's some money. You gotta invest in it. You gotta invest. If you want to see the proper money coming into your accounts from this music, you will see it. I promise you. You just gotta make sure that your paperwork is right.
Yeah, and it takes some money. It's not night overnight shit. But it's your work over your work.
You can even. Okay, let's say you just registered your music today, but your music has been out since last year, and it's been playing on radio stations. It's playing everywhere, but you never collected from them. Guess what? There's a way that you can collect your back pay. But what? People don't know about this. People probably got hundreds and thousands of money out there, and they don't even know that, because why?
They don't know.
Their paperwork is not handled right.
You've done the work. Yes.
Shout out story time. Shout outs. But again, you tuned in to Miss BK and Melina M.A.D lyrics on the Streets is Talking Soundbox 360. Big shout out to Miss 360 for giving us a platform. We appreciate you. We appreciate all our listeners. And again, do the research. I guarantee you do the research on your music. You go ahead and you go register it right, and you handle all the paperwork right. Guess what? In the 4 months or whatever the quarterly, you're gonna have a nice little paycheck in there. You're gonna be like, damn,
and the
distribution. I got this.
Cash.
That's all you gotta do.
Here and there, like what? I have this.
People that complain about no paid shows. Guess what?
Hey,
that's fine.
Pay yourself.
But
register.
Get your music right. I guarantee you. You're gonna have some money in there. Just gotta do it right.
You gotta do yourself.
And if you're performing at a registered venue and the venue's not paying you or the promoter's not paying you, guess what? You're gonna get paid because the venue's a registered venue.
Every venue.
Some of them do.
Okay, let's talk about this real quick. All right, a lot of venues are not registered.
Yes.
Right. Exactly.
That's not good.
Because here's the thing, though, and I've learned this throughout the game over the last decade of doing this stuff, is that venues are not paying BMI, ASCAP, Sound Exchange, CSCAP. They're not doing that. So you go perform at a freaking venue, and if they are not registered, you are shit out of fucking luck.
Yeah, you're just getting yours.
Okay. Well, then again, that's when the artists need to go on and invest in themselves
and do your research and
have
avoid
merch.
Yes,
that's where you're gonna make your money. You're gonna have a merch.
Well, before you go perform at an event
with your merch.
Fuck the merch.
Yeah,
before you perform at an event, has this event registered with any of these royalty companies,
right?
To make sure when your name is on the flyer spelled properly, that you're getting a performance price.
And if not, move on to the next event that is.
And if you're not getting that, then they need to pay you.
Right.
Point blank, period. Because like we said, there's 16 different freaking points to get paid. One of them is performance. So how can you get paid a performance if your name is not spelled right, and this event or DJ or whoever is not properly registered?
Right, that part. And you got to make sure, again, like she said, you got to make sure that everything is spelled correctly, because even one little word, one little period, one little dollar sign, whatever the case may be, you will not get paid for it. It'll be declined. They're very anal when it comes to paperwork. Very anal, So
very much so.
Yeah, so you got to make sure that everything's spelled correctly, and if it's not, it's going to be declined. You're going to be mad.
So
You're going to be
get the flyer
frustrated.
right.
So yeah,
It's
again,
okay. Don't feel bad. Kind of how you spell your name.
A lot of
Sometimes
people,
it's different.
a lot of people get frustrated because their artwork, it's their artwork.
Yeah,
You know,
you
their
gotta have
artwork
the
is
artwork.
always
Passing.
declined. The artwork is always declined, and they're like, "Why is it declined? Why is it declined? Why? I keep putting it in, and I don't know what it is. Obviously, it's something because they're not accepting it. So whatever it may be, you know, to save yourself time and frustration, make sure take your time before you put anything out there, because you're just going to be mad at yourself, because you're going to be mad to decline it, or you're not going to get your money back, and you'll be spending more money. So yeah, so do that. You know, again, do your research. You know, get paid, because there's plenty of money out there. There's money out there just sitting for you. It's sitting for you. You
The
know,
thing
really.
is that what we're not willing to do, because we've done it over the
many
years for
times.
free, we're not willing to tell you guys to get your shit together. So at this point in time, if you need help knowing how to do your shit properly, reach out and we'll do it to you for you at a fee. We're no longer giving out free advice because you did not listen over the years. Over the years, we've been telling you this shit for fucking free and you didn't listen. So
and
now,
we're doing the paperwork for free.
exactly. So now, if you want to get it done,
And that's going to cost you.
there's a consultation fee. There is a whole bunch of things that you got to do that because we're tired of doing this shit for y'all and y'all not taking us seriously.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's
it's
because
a lot,
females or whatever the case may be, but y'all not taking the shit seriously.
And my thing
Goes
is,
for
I don't
both
sing,
females.
I don't rap. I'm behind the scene.
That part.
I'm
But you
behind
gotta
the
know.
scene.
And me, I'm not behind the scene. I sing songwriter, but I figured out I need to know behind the scene
Yeah.
because that's my life. So
So
yeah, it's true.
take your artistry seriously. You know, go ahead and invest in yourself. Make sure that your music is marketed right. Again, it's your brand. It's your brand. Again, it's your brand. So the thing is, even if you have a team, if you're
Make sure your
like
team is
this, and
telling
then
you
there's
this.
one person like this over here, you know, it's gonna make all of you guys like this. You know, so you gotta make sure that everybody's standing up straight, representing your
you
brand
know
to
who
the
you are.
fullest. So again,
Regardless of whether you're doing this for a hobby or doing this as a job, the point is if we're talking about network or we're talking about welfare, what are we talking about here? We're talking about leaving legacy or something for our kids, as the case may be. You don't give a fuck about yourself. You care about the people coming after you in your bloodline. Because if you do, then you get your shit registered properly
So
and
we
right.
just keep on coming.
Get your
Exactly.
shit to fucking together.
right.
Point blank, period.
Gerald, I definitely feel you on that, you know, and I'm a manager myself, but yeah, he's saying that is why I stepped back from being a manager.
So
I am amazed at how many artists don't have their shit together, and that's a fact. First of
And
all,
y'all not paying me enough to get your shit together for you.
that part, but first of all, they shouldn't have a manager if they don't have their shit together.
What a manager is.
You know, so the thing
No,
is,
but the manager, I personally feel like a manager should help you get your shit together.
Right.
Yeah.
I will help you get your shit together as long as you're paying me. You
and
know
then
what
we'll
I'm saying?
see.
But if you're not paying me,
Then you better have your shit together.
see, a whole lot of things have changed during the years. So a lot of people think that a manager is supposed to fork this and fork that and fork this and fork that. Unfortunately,
What about you, motherfucker?
you know, they're not going to do that. You know, that's you know, a while ago. You know, now there are some managers that will go ahead and they'll have a contract between the artist and themselves, and they'll go ahead. You know, we're going to go ahead and do this for you, but then you're going to pay us back.
Yeah, because
or whatever
like,
the
you owe me.
If you invest,
right.
if you pay a manager because you don't know what's up and they're gonna help you, they're gonna. I mean, of course, any good manager, they're seeing you're investing in yourself while you paying them, so that way you both could revenue cash together, you know, in the future. But if you got your shit together, then the manager knows. Make sure you know what a manager is.
Gerald, I learned my lesson.
Me too.
And it's a scandalous game. You know, somebody's always looking over to see, you know, who they can get And again, if you don't have your solid team that's looking out for one another, and everybody knows the business, again, business.
The group meeting.
Check your phone, Melina Everado saying shout out to
You know,
you. So
Hey,
check that
shout out, Mr. Suspect.
So again, make sure a lot of people don't know that you can go ahead and put the music in your kids' names. I'm not going to tell you how, and I'm not going to tell you which way.
That's
But
enough information right there.
That's enough information right there. So your children can get paid for the rest of their lives, But unfortunately, a lot of people don't know about that. And guess what? They don't get nothing when the artist, unfortunately passes away. Children, and they're not getting the money. So the money goes to whoever or however they have it set up. But again, make sure that you go out and learn the music business. And if you're trying to get somewhere, unfortunately, you have to spend some money.
Yeah.
You got to. I know a lot of artists want everything for free, but you can't get shit for free. I'm sorry, it's not. It doesn't work like that. Everybody has bills, just like you have bills, and you want somebody to pay for you. You want somebody to go ahead and buy your CD. You want somebody to subscribe to your YouTube. You want somebody to go ahead and buy your merchandise. Well, unfortunately, you're also going to have to invest in yourself and put that money out there and spend money on marketing and spend money on investments. And there it is there.
Yeah.
Exactly. Free is not always good. You pay.
Yeah.
And what they say?
The cheap is expensive.
How they say that? What's that saying? About you pay for what it's worth or something like that. Anyway, but yeah, a lot of stuff you get for free is not good. Basically, that's what it says. So again, artists, it was really good talking about this. I hope everybody went ahead and listened. I hope you guys go ahead and start doing your research. And again, if any artists out there and they're needing some help about this music business and the paperwork and everything to be handled correctly, you reach out to Mrs. 360 or myself, Miss BK, and for a small fee, I'll gladly help you. But again, if you do the research yourself, you can do it yourself. You ain't gotta pay nobody.
You can do it. Make sure you catch mine next show, June 1st. Big Cats.
You're right. If it's done for you, so correct too. If it's done for free, it's not guaranteed that the product will come out the best, and also can get delayed. You're so correct because it'll be quick to put on the shelf.
Yes,
and they won't get nowhere. So again, I'm not gonna say this. Well, I am.
We've done this. Streetz is talking. Let's talk about it.
Make sure you go do your research. Especially before you put out anything. Do your research. Who's this? Eldorado. Our artists should sign up with Sonic.
There we go, Sound Exchange. That's what I was trying to
collect royalties, and even a featured artist under the law. 45% of performance royalties are paid directly to the artist.
Yeah, he knows a lot.
And the other 50% of the performance royalties are paid to the right owner of the sound recording. Facts.
Shouts out, Mr. Suspect.
So that's real. And again, there he knows what he's talking about. So if he knows what he's talking about, what's it stopping you from the next artist to do the research?
Just telling you right now.
He's giving you game right there. I wasn't even gonna give you that much, but thanks to
Suspect.
Thanks to Suspect, big shout outs. He went ahead and gave you some game. Now, Everado, don't give out no more game. Let them go ahead.
Only me.
Research. You know what I'm saying? Let them go ahead and do the research. And again, this was very interesting. I hope some of our listeners went ahead and tuned in and learned some things. Again, use them codes.
Yeah.
From the time you walk into the studio, you have to know what's going on to the time you walk out the studio, and you have to have all your paperwork correct.
Yes.
So again, big shout outs to Mrs. 360, big shout outs to Soundbox 360 Radio. There's your girl, Miss BK.
I'm Melina Mallory.
On the Streets is Talking. Catch us every Saturday at noon. Well, we try
a little bit later.
Make sure you share it. Make sure you share it. Share. Make sure you share it. And again, meet us here next Saturday at noon.
On the Streetz.
Thank you.
Let's talk about it.